So in introducing you to the Zoho CRM tool, first we'd like to introduce you to the two components that make up the Zoho CRM tool. Essentially, those components are the first part, which is developing the relationship with the customer, and then the second part is actually managing that relationship with the customer. So I will first take you through developing that relationship with the customer. For that, we have what we would like to call the relationship development phases. These are specific phases that you need to take each potential customer through in order to have that relationship considered to be fully developed. And so I'll walk you through those four phases that you will develop. The first phase is making initial contact. The second phase is meeting with the customer face-to-face. The third phase is delivering the value proposition to the customer. And the fourth phase is getting on the customer's bid list. Now, each of those four phases has specific graduation criteria that lets you know that you have completed what is required to pass that phase. Now, it is important to note that these phases do not have to happen specifically in this order or in the sequence that is shown. You could make initial contact with the customer and deliver the value proposition the next day before getting on that customer's bid list. So with that, keeping that in mind, I will take you through the graduation criteria for each phase. So initial contact. To know that you have completed successfully that phase, it means that you have contacted and spoke with the relevant contact. So that means that you have spoke with someone who is in the decision-making process for that business. It does not mean that you have contacted and spoke with the receptionist, but that you've actually spoken with someone who is involved in making the business decisions for that company. In the next phase, face-to-face, it means that you have personally interacted with, physically, the relevant contact. So again, you have met with them in person and interacted with a relevant contact to that business. It is considered graduating from the criteria for the face-to-face phase. For the value proposition, the graduation criteria means that you have delivered the live value proposition to the relevant contact or contacts. That means that you have delivered either in physical form, either the 8-slide deck full value proposition presentation on a flat screen or a projector, or you have delivered it to them in person utilizing your high-quality 8-slide deck physical printout. Delivering the value proposition over the phone, no matter how detailed you may be, will not be considered graduating from this phase. So again, graduate from the value proposition, you should deliver the live value proposition to the relevant contact or contacts at that particular customer. And last is the bid list. Graduating from that phase means that you have confirmed that you've been successfully added to the bid list for that customer. It means you have either started to receive requests for bids from that customer, or you have contacted that customer and verified that you are indeed on their bid list. So you're going one step further than simply sending them an email and asking to be added to their bid list. Once you have completed all of these four phases, and again, remembering that these phases do not have to happen in the sequence that is shown here, they can happen in whatever order is necessary to develop the relationship with that customer, you can then convert that target prospect to an account. And once they have been converted to an account, you can then start to add opportunities, or you may call them projects, to that actual customer account. If at any time during the relationship development phases, you may also convert that customer to an account if they start to send you bid requests for opportunities that you will be quoting for them. So as an example, if you have made your initial contact with them and you have had face-to-face interaction and you have been added to their bid list and you receive a request to bid on a local elementary school, you can then convert that customer to that account. However, keep in mind that you will still need to go back and deliver the value proposition to that customer to have that relationship considered fully developed.
Heavy, you want to distinguish it from